Welcome back into episode 6, week 5 of the Sports Divided College Pick'em podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill. Guys, last week, everybody under 500 again. Tyler and Adam both 10 and 11.
That's an upgrade for me, buddy.
Adam, because he had a dog hit in Navy plus 290 or with plus 290. Only lost $130 of juice. Tyler lost $225 with the juice. I was 16 and 19, lost 605 units. 6.05 units. However, we would talk about it. On the season, Adam 45.33%. Negative.
Let's not talk to negatives. Let's not talk to negatives.
Negative 10.3 units. Tyler, 41.33%, negative 17.2 units. And then I myself lead in percentage, 48.32, but I'm negative 13.7 units. So Yuri has got the money hold on this one so far at, only negative 10 units.
A lot of
They
game
don't
left.
call me money bags for nothing.
There's a lot of game left too. So
A couple dogs that hit.
How was the weekend, boys?
Well, Mizzou gave me a fun heart race on Saturday afternoon. That was
You
fun.
never trust a guy with the last name Craig.
Greg or Greg? What was his name?
Craig.
Craig.
Is it Greg. I think we had a chat going. We couldn't figure out if it was Craig or Greg.
I will die on this hill. I still think that second field goal he missed was good.
Really? I don't know.
If you watch the video, it hit the netting and it was still like inside the right upright. Like when it hit the netting, it fell down.
I didn't get to see a lot of it. I was dialed into LSU, UCLA.
Yeah, they were in for a fight for their life for a while too.
They just kind of dominated
with only a half
this.
packed stadium.
Yeah, it was actually it was either the east side or the west side of Tiger Stadium. Like at that time, it was just like blistering in the Bayou sun. I think I saw like over 100 people had to get taken away medically for like dehydration or like they passed out.
UCLA fans is what I heard too. Couldn't handle the heat.
Yeah, gotta get your Gato in. Gotta drink your Gato before the games. Everybody knows that.
It was like over 100
You're
degrees.
on the Bayou in Death Valley. You ain't drinking that. You're having some jambalaya, some gumbo, and a couple hurricanes.
I did over the weekend. My wife did kick me out of the house, as you can see in my background.
Yeah, I was really zoomed in, trying to figure out where the hell you are. Is that your new couch? New couch?
Yeah,
is that
couch.
green?
New couch behind me.
You look like you live in the Soulard slums.
Yeah, Lauren said I can't come home and sleep on the couch until I'm over 500. So I had to move in.
For the year or the week?
We'll start with the week, and then once I get over 500 for the year, then I can move back into the bedroom. So for now, I'm just living in this shanty. I did bet that probably the worst bet that you could ever make last week. I did in honor of my friend Koss, UNC minus 10.5. They fucking suck. They gave up 70 points. Mac Brown might as well just be fired. He might as well quit now. That's a guy. That's a guy. That's on the hot
he
seat.
said he was going to quit. He's like, "Hey, if you want me to quit, then I'll quit." And everybody's like, "Well, I mean, what happens when you kind of try to get the team riled up and you say, 'Hey, I'll quit if you guys want me to quit'?" And then all the players are like, "Well, yeah, we don't mind if you want to quit."
So
kind of
I told you, I had JMU plus 10.5. I also had the under, and JMU doubled the under by themselves. But hey,
yeah. So that was a bad bet. We'll move on to a good bet. The Biscuits bet, Marshall plus 40. That hit. Got a little sketchy there in the second half, but that was not bad.
So
Red bandana game.
Who's got to eat the biscuit?
Game?
BC won, but didn't cover.
I don't have a biscuit, but
He's
Maybe
got Big
for
Mac again.
no. Maybe I'll eat this gooey butter cookie in one bite for the biscuit bet.
Wait, I thought I had to because I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll
I had
eat it for
Ohio
you.
State.
One
Oh.
one
I'm
bite
sure.
one bite gooey butter cookie.
Jesus. He's really did it.
Well, Tyler will be
Yeah, while he tries
out
to get
for
that
a
thing
couple
so
minutes.
dry. Holy smokes, no water. You gotta hit that down.
A couple bets that Adam hit on that were pretty good. Like we said, Navy money line plus 290 over Memphis, Michigan first half. And then his Central Connecticut bet, which he was originally going to take just UMass under team total. Luckily, we couldn't find one because it was a FCS school. Luckily for Adam, and so he switched to Central Connecticut plus 20. UMass scored like 35 points, and so that would have been a bad under bet for him.
Yeah, that's all right.
Once
though.
again,
Good.
0 for
Good
3
job,
on the
son.
locks for us.
Fine.
I think what we should start as listeners. What you guys should start doing is taking our Mama's parlay and just betting the opposite of all three of the legs of it. You'll probably win some money.
That's
I'm 0
true.
for 4. Tyler's 1 for 3, and Adam is 2 and 2, I believe, on the Mama's parlay.
Yeah. So from now on, maybe if I can get a response here in time, we'll do the Mama's pick 'em listener of the week. I'll pick a listener of the week, and we'll let them pick one game to bet on. Okay. So since I've got this guy's pick already for this week, everyone give a drum roll for the listener of the week. Kyle Leslie, you're the listener of the week. Thank you for your support. Kyle's lock of the week, he shared it with me earlier, is Michigan. Michigan -9, I believe the line is. So we're going to be adding that into the Mama's combo parlay too. The listener of the week pick goes inside the combo parlay if the two other handsome hosts agree.
That's great. Actually,
So you're saying a 4-legger?
Yeah, 4-legger.
Let's do it.
We'll give it a try this week. And how about this? If I stay over and the listener of the week hits,
then
he stays in. He stays in for me until he misses.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Okay.
And then we kind of rotate that through. So then if he misses,
if he hits and then
I jump back in, I hit, and then whoever's the coldest out of us three gets replaced again if the listener.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mikey Helfont, it can't be a Notre Dame bet every single week. Just so we're under.
Well, one thing you'll learn about Mike Helfont is he bets against his team every single week. So it's been profitable so far. The problem is oh man, this is the torture. We were trying to find a story to talk about. This October is torturous and sometimes almost friendship ending for our group because Mike Helfont, whenever it comes to Braves postseason baseball,
he's betting the house. The house
against the Braves every single game. So, Adam, I don't remember which year it was. I don't remember if it was.
Wasn't it the year they won the World Series?
When Mike left the group for I think like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't talk to us for about 2 weeks. So I kept texting him every day. Didn't answer. But we were giving him shit because he kept betting against the Braves and they kept fucking winning and they won the World Series. And we're not just talking like our normal like $25 bet that we make. This guy will bet like $100, $200 against the Braves. They'll win. He'll be fucking happy, cheering the whole game while we're losing money. And he doesn't understand. He's like, you guys are bad friends for not cheering on the Braves. We're like, yeah, if you bet on the Braves, we would cheer for. If you didn't bet on the game, we would cheer for them for you.
We'll jump in the foxhole with you as long as it's not money out of our pocket.
I will come in your hole, right? But so this year I tried to get ahead of it. I made a future on the Braves after the All-Star break, and this fucking guy still keeps betting against them every single game. And every single morning we'll wake up and every single day we'll start like so-and-so like card update for whatever games we have. So like for the past week, it's like at 6 a.m. It'll be yesterday was Mets money line. Today was Mets money line. They got rained out, but yesterday I said I bet you $1 million that all the teams that you wanted to win are going to win, and he bet against every single one of them because he wants the Tigers to get in, he wants the Braves to get in, and then he wants the Diamondbacks to lose. So he bets on the Diamondbacks to win, he bets on the Braves to lose, and he bets on the Tigers to lose. So I said, I guarantee you, I'm going to go make a parlay that they're all going to win. And what do you think happened yesterday?
They won.
Yeah. So he owes me $1 million, he said. I asked when that bet will be paid out. He said whenever the Angels win the pennant. So, could be a while, but hey.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Probably a long, long time from now.
Anyway, sorry to hijack again.
Back to football.
You know,
I will.
I heard he's real good on Sundays.
Yeah,
well, thank God.
Struggling in the NFL. We're struggling in the NFL.
No, I'll just say thank God NFL Kyle left the group because that guy. We got to a point last year.
Wait, our listener of the week.
Our listener of the week, NFL Kyle. He was the NFL guy. Claimed himself to be. Guy, if you thought our picks here were bad, this fucking guy couldn't get one NFL pick right.
Well, he's got to stop making the songs with his brother, the Colts songs.
Yeah.
We bleed blue for the shoe.
But this is the week that Kyle gets his listener of the week gets his college pick, Michigan -9. And with that, we'll take it away.
Well, I'm gonna help him out. I got boots on the ground for the game. We'll be in Ann Arbor, cheering it on.
I'll send you up with some Golden Gophers gear if you want. I got plenty.
Yeah. I noticed the ball cap. I wasn't going to comment on it, but I will be boots on the ground cheering on Kyle's pick, lock of the week.
The total in that game, I don't want to get too far into it, but since Kyle picked it, I'll talk about it a little bit. 35.5, and the total is and the spread is 9.5. Good grief!
Mm-hmm.
I might bet on. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh god! I'm getting kicked out of my shanty. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I might bet on Minnesota shutout. Might get shut out. That offense is awful.
Hey, they hit the over with Iowa last week.
Yeah. Can I start a new segment also on the show?
What would that be?
Tyler's hot seat of the week. I'll name 3 coaches that are on the hot seat.
Go ahead. Who you
got?
Number
1, PJ Fleck. Number 2, Dave Aranda for choking up that game. We'll get to that later, not to foreshadow anything. And then number 3 would be Mac Brown. 3.
So Billy Napier?
Billy Napier, a big win last week. He got the ship going in the right direction. Honorable mention for Tyler's hot seat of the week is Hugh Freeze, who can't shut the fuck up.
Talk about throwing your players under a bus.
That guy,
and then rolling over them a couple times.
We
got open players. We got the runs. We just got to hold on the ball and not throw it to the other team.
My biggest bet of the season might be on Oklahoma -2 when we get to that game. You might see that bet come out. So,
before we get into the games, a lot of news broke today. It might affect some games that we talk about down the line with UNLV. Just hearsay that they're not fulfilling their NIL requirement payments that they had with 2 players. Their quarterback, Matt Sluka, who was a senior that transferred in from Holy Cross, and then their running back, Allen, that came in from NC State. I think the greatest lesson we can learn is a guy who went to Holy Cross, supposed to be a smart school, did not do the smart thing and get his money NIL deal in writing. It's just hearsay that he's going to get $100,000.
And his agent wasn't even licensed in Nevada. Idiot.
I mean, did you see the last name? It's Cromartie.
And I mean, I wouldn't pay the kid $100,000 if he's got a
No, he's
43%
terrible.
completion percentage.
Yeah, he's terrible. And you
So
hear, Tyler, you
It's
sent that
3-0.
podcast over. They talked to the guy's brother, and the
yeah,
brother's like, "Oh yeah, well, why didn't you get the contract signed?" And the guy goes, "Well,
you can't
he's like,
pay
you
for
can't
play.
because we don't have one." It's like, well, there you go. But I don't know. I
Hey,
don't think this is going to be the first time we hear about this kind of thing.
That's what the NIL is going to become, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be, oh, you guaranteed me all this money. Now I had 3 good weeks. I want it all instead of in my installments. I want it all right now. If not, I'm going to just redshirt and go somewhere else. And then it's going to be like, what the?
yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't think. I think this is a different circumstance because, like every time something like this happens, like this is the end of college football or whatever. But this circumstance is so wild. Like this quarterback for UNLV, or former quarterback at UNLV. I mean, one, like, who the hell is going to pay that guy? What Power Five school is going to pay that guy to come there with those stats? Um, any significant amount of money. And two, he's in kind of a unique spot because he's not really like an NFL prospect, right? So, I mean, he's probably just looking for one big time pay that he might be able to get in the portal. But I don't know. I don't think it's that. I mean, I think if UNLV really wanted to keep him, they probably would have found a way to pay him $100,000. I will tell you that. So I don't think they were sweating it too much. And you see where the backup's from, Adam? One of your favorite schools.
No.
He's a transfer as well. The Campbell
No,
Campbells.
that's it.
The Campbell
Yeah.
Campbells.
Go Campbells.
My fear is that even if there's not deals like this, now the guys that, whether they're having great seasons or not, come out and try to use this as a way to get money after the fact.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, you're going to have circumstances like this that obviously pop up. I mean, Bear Alexander, guy entered the portal. He was a former 5-star, started at Georgia. Guy went to 4 different high schools in 4 years. Went to Georgia, left there after a year. Went to USC, left there. Now this is his 2nd year there. In 3 games, he's transferring out. So I mean, his is more like he's buried down the depth chart now. But I think it's just like he's a head case. The guy's been to 7 different schools in 8 years, and that's crazy. What high school kid goes to a different school? Like, he treated the NCAA transfer portal like in high school and transferring every single year or getting kicked out. I don't know, but I mean, people are willing to take on the risk if you've got enough talent, but who knows? That's crazy.
Last thing that we want to talk about before we get to the picks is that the Pac-12 is once again adding and expanding. Utah State apparently is in. Not only is Utah State in, Memphis, trying to find it here. Memphis said they were out. They would
Tulane.
not join, I should say. Tulane,
Out.
San Antonio, and USF all said they would not join the Pac-12. So Gonzaga is going without
Basketball.
a football team. Yeah, without a football team. So that means they need, with Utah State now joining, the Pac-12 needs one more team to then re-secure a automatic G5 playoff, or not G5, Power 5 playoff spot. And the team we just talked about for a while, UNLV, is probably the most likely. Yeah, right? You probably add them
Did
then
you
Air
hear
Force,
about that though?
Just who they're saying?
Did you hear about that?
No, what?
So first it was reported that UNLV and I think it might have been Air Force, I can't remember, one of the Mountain West schools, they were gonna go, and then they came out and said, no, we pledge our allegiance to the Mountain West. And then Utah State said, nope, yeah, we're gonna go. which then took the Mountain West under the 8-team requirement to keep their conference. So then UNLV said, "Yeah, we're still exploring all of our options. We might end up accepting it." So it's been a wild week in Vegas, baby. They need to bring back Jerry Tarkanian in those hot tubs. This would have never happened.
Barry Odom just shouldn't have woken up this morning.
Yeah, that's tough. And the best part was he dropped that thing. I know it was in Vegas, 2 hours behind, but he dropped the notice that he's leaving, decommitting, and going to redshirt like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So everyone woke up to it like, what the hell is going on?
Nice. Probably wasn't supposed to send it out too early or that late, and had a couple beers celebrating, and then
yeah.
Fuck it, hit send.
Yep, pretty much.
I'm kind of struggling here, by the way, boys. I just realized like my hoodie quarter zip thing's kind of blended into my cigarette stained walls in my new place, so I have to repaint this.
Oh,
I gotta get above 500 quick, boys. This hotel, I'm gonna get emphysema. This place smells like shit.
All right, we'll move on. Game number 1 of this week, 11 a.m. kickoff in Manhattan, Kansas, as the 20th ranked Cowboys of Oklahoma State travel to take on the 23rd ranked Wildcats of K-State. K-State -5 at home. Over under 54.5. Just in case anybody was curious, Oklahoma State plus 175 on the money line. Adam.
This is the bounce back game. Both teams stunk last week. Avery Johnson, terrible.
There goes my Heisman.
Yeah, that's over with. Sorry, but maybe he comes back. But for Kansas State to look good, they're gonna have to start running the ball. Okie State offense hasn't looked consistent at all. They haven't been able to run. I don't know. 2 shitty teams right now. I'm probably leaning towards Kansas State. What'd you say, 5.5?
5
at home. 5. I would like to, with both teams looking bad, I'm probably on the under. So let's go to the under and Kansas State -5.5. I just feel like maybe Avery Johnson can turn things around, sleep it off. They run the ball and they cover at home.
So
don't feel good about it, but
you want 5.5. You want to move the line, or you want to?
I'm sorry. I saw it earlier at 5.5. I had it written down at 5.5. I will happily take 5.
All right.
And what was the total?
54.5.
That's a lot of points. Yeah, I'll be happy with the under.
By you, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, I was really high on Avery Johnson coming into this year, but he's been very, very, very disappointing. I had that the Heisman future on him, but that's not looking to turn out so well. So, yeah, I don't know. Both these teams looked awful last week. I know Oklahoma State made it close towards the end of the game, but they had no flow in offense whatsoever. Kansas State, they just got absolutely obliterated from the start of the game. Kind of a weird punt thing that happened. The swinger Mormons from Mom TikTok must have put some good juju on the Mormons out there. So I don't know, but I just think this is going to be a tight game between these two teams. I think they're pretty evenly matched. So I'm gonna take Oklahoma State plus the points here. I'm also going to take the under as well.
Nice. Good picks right there. Real quick before you go, Trout, what do we think? Is BYU good? I don't know.
I think playing in Provo is just hard, especially at night.
Yeah, it can be.
I think Provo at night is the Mormon version of Death Valley at night on a Saturday night in Louisiana.
We're soakers come alive.
Well, I mean, think like you like I can go back for how long and think of these 9 o'clock games where you're like, oh, college football's almost over. Oh, there's one Mountain West game left. Let's throw it on. Or, oh, BYU's playing some Pac-12 school, whatever. And it's in pro, and they take them out.
Yeah.
Even before Zach Wilson. Like,
yeah. No, you're right.
Kansas State's defense has been kind of underwhelming. But even saying that, their last 5 games, they're 1-4 to the under, and their last 3 home games, they're 0-3 to the under as well. So they've or 3-0 towards the under, I should say. So I'm gonna ride a little trend here, and I just don't like the way this clock just ticks off these games now. Not a lot of score, seems so.
That's the biggest thing.
One long drive. That was the thing with LSU in the second half last week against UCLA. They got Penn deep like 2 times, and they had the ball, I want to say, only 4 times in the second half. 3 touchdowns, and then 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and a clock run out.
Yeah.
So, give me the under.
Just so everybody knows, little history here. They've met their last 8 meetings. Only 3 times has the favorite covered the spread, and only 3 times has the over hit in the last 8.
Wow. Oh shit.
That being said, you guys kind of talked about everything else. Both offenses. I just don't. I mean, Mike Gundy's supposed to be an offensive mind, and I don't really know what he's doing, not giving the ball to Ollie Gordon more.
Maybe Ollie Gordon sucks.
They're just so inconsistent. I don't know.
You paid him so much money to stick around. Just give him the ball. Let the bell cow be the bell cow.
Ooh.
Maybe a line sucks. He can't just no gaps. I don't know. They should be able to run the ball. They can't.
I'm even not even just run the ball. I'm talking about like they don't even throw screens to him anymore like they did last year.
Right.
You know, I don't know if it's a Bowman thing or what, but that being
Bowman
said, give me Oklahoma State on the money line and the over of 54.5.
Whoa. Okay.
2 guys on the same side.
I mean,
2 versus 1.
I had Oklahoma State winning the Big 12 preseason. So I can't, like I said last week, I can't. It's one loss isn't going to cost them, so can't back down now.
All right, Tom Petty.
Hey, we're going to move on down to Auburn, Alabama, as the Sooners, the 21st ranked Sooners, travel to Auburn to take on the Tigers at Jordan-Hare Stadium, 2:30 ABC. Oklahoma -2 on the road, over under 45.5. Yeah, Oklahoma coming off a what could have been a much worse loss to Tennessee. And we already talked about Hugh Freeze and the way he throws his players under the bus after they lost to a bad Arkansas team. You know, I don't know. So, Adam, you're up.
Yeah, I had the Hugh Freeze note on there. I don't know who. I think this is kind of the game of quarterback drama. You know, I don't know if Thorne is Hugh Freeze guy or Brown. I don't know really who's playing. It just seems like a lot of drama. Then on the flip side, is Arnold going to play? Is the Hawkins freshman going to play? It's just all quarterback drama on this game. So this for me goes to if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. So I'm going to take the under in this game.
Tyler.
Hugh Freeze goes all reverse Herb Brooks after that game. Yeah, you know, I got a lot of respect for Sam Pittman, but if we played him 9 times, we probably win 9. The old reverse Herb Brooks. Man, Hugh Freeze, he's got a through 17 games, Brian Harsin was 9-8 as a head coach. Mm-hmm. Through 17 games, Hugh Freeze is 8-9.
Yeah,
and
the Auburn Tigers can't have that Yankee running their football team and Brian Harsin.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. I wonder, we got to find out another. I think Auburn's going to find some more prostitutes or something that Hugh Freeze hooked up with
Sheesh.
to get him fired here.
Another
Uh,
text exchange.
yeah, something's going to happen, but I don't know. I've heard some rumors, some message boards that I've been lurking around, that there's been some rumors that Hugh Freeze is not calling the shots down there and who's playing and who's not playing. So, a little bit of
Wait.
drama.
You're telling me the boosters of Auburn are the ones making all these decisions?
Yes.
Wow.
Never would have thought that one.
Yes.
I
I
told
am
you
telling you that.
drama. The drama game. We had the
there's
bounce
some
back game.
drama.
Now we have the drama game.
There's some drama on the plains. There is some drama on the plains. So yeah, I think Oklahoma's going to beat the shit out of them. That's the reason why I'm going to take Auburn +2. I think Auburn's going to win outright, so give me Auburn on the money line as well. So that's my pick in this game. Oklahoma looked awful. That might have been more embarrassing than how Auburn looked. They just got dominated. Offensive line dominated. Defensive line dominated. They are lucky that Josh Heupel didn't want to run the score up on them because they could have lost by 50 points. That game had no reason being close. Also, you've got a 5-star quarterback in Jackson Arnold, right? He's the reason why Dylan Gabriel transferred. They let Dylan
I was
Gabriel
going to get to
transfer.
that. Yeah.
They let Dylan Gabriel transfer for Jackson Arnold, and now he's had a slow start to the season, and they bench him. He's on a new offensive coordinator, and it's not like, I mean, I guess they're going with this new with the new guy because the freshman, because he's a little bit more mobile. Maybe the offensive line's just in that big of trouble, but I mean, I don't know. I think
all
that
the donors have all their money spent towards them.
yeah, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big NIL deal to get Jackson. He was a 5-star quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the country just 2 years ago. He played in the bowl game last year, looked really good. Maybe that was because Jeff Lebby was still in control there. New offensive coordinator in. So yeah, I think Oklahoma's in big trouble here. So I think this is a great spot for Auburn. Maybe a get right spot for him. So yeah, give me Auburn +2 and Auburn on the money line.
Do you
Trick you
think we
guys
could
again.
see? Do you think we could see Arnold in maize and blue next year?
Yeah, I mean, he would be a guy that could be looking to transfer. I could see him maybe going to Starkville, back reuniting with old Jeff Lebby.
I always think there's one place I had in mind that he'd probably end up.
Where?
It's blue and orange. When they get
Auburn?
a new coach. No. When they get
Florida?
a new coach. Yeah.
No, they got DJ Lagway.
Come on now.
I think DJ Lagway's better than Jackson Arnold.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. It depends on the
Yes.
system. Could Jackson Arnold trade in his Crimsons though if Jalen Milroe declares for the draft? I didn't say he was going to be good, but if he declares for the draft,
He might be.
do the opposite Jalen Hurt.
Yeah, he could.
So you guys, Tyler, you kind of talked about it with the whole, you run out Dylan Gabriel to give money to a guy and have him be your starter, and then you bench him. But I don't know. I think this is still kind of an overreaction to how bad Oklahoma looked against Tennessee. And let's be real. College kids hearing Hugh Freeze say what he said, they're going to just quit on the season on the guy. So I'll take Oklahoma -2 on the road.
If you
get their first SEC win.
This is going to
I need Oklahoma to win more games. So when Mizzou beats them on November 9th, it looks better.
Okay, listen to me here. This is going to be a really, really hard spot for this true freshman quarterback for Oklahoma. I don't think
he's going to be playing the whole game.
Okay, but then you're still in the same position where Jackson Arnold's still in the same position. He's basically a freshman too. He played one game last year, so.
But I just think that They might go to package type stuff where they're using both, and it might be too tough for Auburn to maintain.
Remember the number one rule. If you got two quarterbacks, you don't got one.
Well, I mean, when you're Brett Venables, you don't have a team because you're not a good coach.
Their defense has been probably the most disappointing. Like, he's a great defensive coach. Sometimes guys are just better coordinators than they are head coaches.
Steve Spagnuolo?
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, like, I don't know. It looks – their defense – woof, 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 man.
You know, not to go back to school again because we keep going back to them. But I feel like what you just said might be the exact case of Barry Odom when it comes to Power 5 status instead of Group of 5. Like, he's a great Group of 5 coach, Memphis, UNLV. But God, was he bad at Mizzou, and when he gets another crack, I don't think he's going to be too much better at the big stage, just because he doesn't manage the game well.
There's just a different level of pressure that comes into, like, coaching at, Mizzou compared to – and Mizzou's not even that big of a pressure cooker compared to,
well, I mean,
some of these other
all you got to do is
you
got to go back 2 Fridays ago when they ran 30 seconds off at the end of the first half and then somehow scored a touchdown. But he had 3 timeouts too, and he never took it. Like,
yeah.
That type of stuff.
It's bad mismanagement, yeah. But
game management.
Yeah.
Hard to teach.
Right. We're going to head up north from Auburn, Alabama to South Bend, Indiana as the 15th ranked Louisville Cardinals head into touchdown Jesus and take on the 16th ranked Irish. Irish minus 6.5 at home. Over-under is also 45.5. And just throwing it out there in case anybody wants it, Louisville plus 210 on the money line. Adam.
What was that number again?
Plus 210 on the money line.
Man, that sounds good because I tell you what, these Notre Dame fans have completely turned on their quarterback. This guy, I don't even know if he can walk around campus without getting shit thrown at him.
Well, hold on. Is it really the quarterback or is it more the play? Like, the guy runs the ball well.
I agree. I'm just saying these fans,
he's
they
not
just
bad.
hate him. They hate him.
But do they hate him or is he just the extension of the coaching staff that they hate right now?
They're so one-dimensional. The offense, it's just, I don't know. We've seen a good Notre Dame. We've seen a bad Notre Dame. I'm thinking we're going to find something in between during this game. I do think Louisville has advantage at quarterback. We just haven't seen Louisville really play much competition, at least on defense. They were good against the rush against Georgia Tech. So I think we're going to see Louisville show up. I love that money line. Let's do it. Give me Louisville money line straight up. Notre Dame just, it's tough times in South Bend. Give me the Cardinals.
Tyler.
Yeah, that Northern Illinois loss is looking worse and worse. If you thought it looked bad as a 28-point favorite on your home football field losing to Northern Illinois, imagine that Northern Illinois losing their next game against Buffalo as they were a big favorite, 14-point favorite, I think, against Buffalo. I think they lost that right.
14.5 is what you got.
We're pro Buffalo. Buffalo podcast
pro
here.
Buffalo.
Pro Buffalo.
Yeah, so
pro Buffalo.
I'll tell you what though, Louisville did not look very good against Georgia Tech last week. They ended up covering that game, but they didn't look very good at all. So I got a little nugget for you guys. Are you ready? Marcus Freeman in his time at Notre Dame is 11-3-1 against the spread in toss-up games. Toss-up game meaning it's either a touchdown favorite or a touchdown underdog. So I'm going to follow that trend. I think Marcus Freeman's going to have the guys ready to play this week. Maybe Riley Leonard can complete maybe a couple 10-yard passes. That would be even better. Other than that, they're going to be running the ball down Louisville's throat all game, I think. So give me Notre Dame minus 6.5.
All right. Well,
I already know.
little history.
Rick, I'll make your pick for you because whenever you give out a money line pick, that is exactly what you're going to take.
No, actually, it's not. But it plays into the history lesson I was going to give to you guys.
Okay.
There's been three total meetings between these two teams in the history. At least according to betting site history. All three times, Notre Dame has been favored. They have not covered. The over has not hit. And Louisville won last year as a plus 210 dog. That being said, I'm not going to take Louisville as a dog, but give me the under and Louisville plus 6.5. I like the half on the 6.5.
Yeah, that's good.
I bet you'd like it if it was plus 7.
Well, yeah, you can push, but yeah. I think it's going to be, I don't know, very low scoring, 17-12, something like that. Like,
let me.
At least that's what history says.
I have the under written on my notes as well, but I have just been hammering unders. But with those stats, I kind of like that. So let me ride with you. I'll get on that underdog with you. Give me the under along with my Louisville money line pick.
Breaking news to the podcast as well. Based on my Twitter feed, it looks like Drew Doughty is probably going to miss the rest of the NHL season based on this picture I'm looking at on Twitter right now with his ankle into the boards.
Shit.
So,
hey, it's preseason hockey.
See you later, Kings. And that's why people don't play in the NFL in the preseason. Yeah, he's holding his. I'm watching a video of him right now, grabbing his knee.
It looks bad. His ankle looks like it's like backwards.
He's like straightening his leg and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, that's the Sundqvist. The Sundqvist knee explosion into the boards.
Well,
so
that's a shame.
Real quick on if we're going to continue a little hockey talk. How about Leafs Nation? Just that reporter just really getting into Berube's kitchen.
So,
you know he's going to hate that.
You're 0-2. Is there a sense of panic in the room right now? No, it's the preseason.
You know he's already just been like, God damn it, why do I got to deal with these idiots?
I should have signed up in Ottawa.
He hates that shit so much, the media answering dumb questions, and it is so much more elevated there. He is going to hate it. Poor guy.
This is why they shouldn't just give out media credentials to just anybody.
Yeah.
I think I probably could use a media credential. I'd do better questions than that. Can you get yours, by the way, through this? I
was going to say, Adam, can you get us media credentials to go down and talk to Bannister?
I can make an effort.
All right, this is Bayou Tyler with the Sports Tonight College podcast. Question: who do you like this week, Georgia or Alabama? All right, we're gonna head from South Bend, Indiana, down to Orlando, Florida. This 2:30 slate this week's pretty loaded. As prime time in Colorado heads to UCF to take on the Knights. I almost said Golden Knights because we were talking about the Drew Doughty injury that happened against Vegas. UCF minus 14.5 at home, over under 64.5. Tyler.
Yeah. Okay. Can I make this game my lock, or do I have to go outside that?
You gotta go outside. Outside.
Well, anyway,
there's confident.
I think UCF is going to obliterate Colorado this week. I think they're going to kill them. I mean, it took going back to my hot list on Tyler's hot list on to be fired next. Dave Aranda. What he did at the end of the game was incredible. Colorado should have lost last week. This game, if Colorado loses last week, this line's even higher than what it is now. UCF's got a pretty good offense. I like them a lot this week. I don't think Colorado is – I mean, I still don't think they're very good. Now, with that being said, I do think Travis Hunter should be the leader in the Heisman race. Even if Colorado goes 6-6, he should win. He is the best player in college football. He plays every single play on offense and defense. He's unreal. With that being said, it's not going to help them against UCF this week. I think they are going to win by 20 less. Give me UCF minus 14.
Adam.
Travis Hunter, I completely agree with you. It's so hard that he continues to play this well for this many snaps. I just don't see how he can. I mean, maybe he just keeps shocking us and continues to play well, but he's just playing so much football. There has to be a decline in his play. So I don't know. Maybe he shocks us and continues to do this, but I won't lie. I don't know a ton about this UCF football team. So when I initially saw the line, I was like, man, it seems like a lot. But I'm going to trust Tyler's research and think that they're pretty good. I have heard that their D-line likes to pressure. They got a good D-line. And I've seen what the Buffalo offensive line can do, and that's ugly. So if they can pressure, it's going to be tough for Buffalo. I really like the UCF team total because I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. But I'm leaning towards the UCF team total. I don't have that number, so I'm hoping our producer can look that up for me while I continue my.
Just so clear,
yes.
You can't just take a team total as the only bet.
I'm not.
Okay.
I still think UCF will win.
I just wanted, but then he kind of went to, but I really liked it, so I didn't know if he was fully committing to.
I want the UCF team total. But while you look at that number, I have.
Trust me, I already have it. So that just gave away one of my bets on this.
Okay. Well, the UCF team total, I really like that. 30.5. Perfect. Take
40.5.
40.5. A little bit tougher, but I'll take it. And then the one thing Tyler didn't mention is that the Buffalo second half, they do play a lot better in the second half. They make adjustments. The offense can kind of figure it out.
You're not about to do what I think you're doing. Are you going to take Colorado second half?
Nope. They're going to backdoor cover. I'm taking Buffalo plus the points.
Colorado plus the points.
Yeah, what did I say?
Buffalo. You're taking wrong
Buffalo.
The Buffaloes. I want the Buffaloes. Getting the points. I think they backdoor cover in the second half.
UCF is 3-0 against the spread this year and 3-0 to the over in all three games.
So they're due to lose.
Okay.
No. I like I said, I'm not well reversed. I don't know too much about UCF, but I've seen a lot of Colorado games. They make second half adjustments, and I can see a backdoor cover coming.
Okay.
Plus, I want that team total.
Yeah, you got it. You got the 40.5. You got the 40.5.
Good job, that
and it was minus 14, right?
14.5.
Even better, baby. Give me the hook.
They're going to win by 30.
For the kids out there, always take the hook.
They're going to win by 40. It doesn't matter.
Tyler, to your point, whether it's smart or not, maybe never call a play as a titled named Victory Cigars as a defense on a Hail Mary that you call twice and give up the Hail Mary that sends you to overtime, Baylor. But again, so they were that, and then they were a lucky helmet to the ball away from going to double overtime.
Oh.
Right?
Yep.
So
yeah.
That being said, I still think Colorado is vastly overrated.
Yes.
I still think they're not good. I think UCF is, I don't want to say they're good or great, I should say, but I think they're pretty good. I think they're solid enough. Not a big fan of KJ Jefferson. But I'll take UCF minus 14.5. Give me the team total 40.5. Team total over 40.5. But I will take the under of 64.5 because I just don't see Colorado scoring really at all.
There's only one
Yeah.
problem, Happy. You're not any good.
Yeah. So I think this could be like a 45-10 game.
Yeah, I hope so.
And the over doesn't. 64 is just a lot when you, to your point, you talked about LSU, Tyler. When one drive in the second half, when the UCF is up by 25, you can go on a long, sustained, slow, methodical 8-9 minute drive now with the way the clock happens.
Yep.
64 is a tough number to hit.
Yeah.
So there you go. We will move on to probably a top 5. No, I'm going to go even bolder. Top 2 atmosphere in college football. Night game, Beaver Stadium, whiteout. Penn State hosts the 19th ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois on NBC. Penn State's ranked number 9. Penn State minus 19 at home. Over under 47.5. Illinois plus 700 on the money line. Plus 700 on the money line.
We'll
Just
get some
saying.
units back. Who's unit
Adam.
chasing? I'm excited for this game, man. I tell you what. I know everybody's going to be tuning into a game we're going to talk about later, but I do think this is going to be a pretty good game.
This is why you have 2 TVs.
2 TVs. Yep. Shout out to the 2 TV system. Penn State, new offense. They're averaging 12 yards per attempt. But I do think this is going to be their first true test. Illinois, they're running Altmaier's 10 touchdowns, no picks, has a good wide receiving core. They're running the spread. I really just think that if their D can prevent the mega plays, the big plays, I think that's kind of what Penn State's been hitting on a lot, is some of those explosive plays. Penn State's tight ends are go-to guy. I don't know if they are still searching for a wide receiver or kind of that game-changing player, but right now they're throwing attacks going to the tight end. So I heard on a podcast that Illinois has one of the slowest offense in terms of tempo. So for me, I really like Illinois at least keep it close in the first half. So I'm going to have the first half cover. And then I do think in the second half, things are going to open up, and I'm going to take the over in this game. The spread is just a little too large for me. I would probably lean towards Penn State ending up to cover, but it's a lot of points. With it being somewhat of a rival game, tough atmosphere, I probably see them covering, but not enough for me to take a lean on the spread. So give me first half, Illinois, cover, and the over.
So first half is plus 11.5. Or sorry, wrong way. Plus 9.5.
I hate that. I wanted the 10.
Because 10 is minus 130. So I had to move the line. I went the wrong way with it.
Right. Fuck.
But you can still take minus 130, I thought, right?
Yeah, what's our max?
All right. Yeah, whatever.
Give me that. Give me that. I love a good push. I just gave out the free advice to the kids. Always take the hook.
Yeah, well, the hook would be buying a whole point there.
It's all right. I'll take the push. All right, give me plus 10.
Tyler.
I just don't have a good feel on this. I mean, if Illinois probably loses last week if Raiola doesn't miss a wide open guy in the end zone. So, I mean, yeah, they are improved, but I don't know. I really like Penn State's defense. I just don't know if Illinois can score to keep up with what Penn State can. I like Penn State's offense. I think Penn State's offense is better than what Nebraska has. So I think they're going to score. They're at home. It's a rocking atmosphere. So it is a lot of points, but also it's another reason why I'm kind of leaning towards Illinois off a big win. Probably a game that they don't really have a big shot at winning, obviously. Plus 700 on the money line. So give me Nittany minus 19 at home. Mo Bama's going to be rocking. And then I really don't like doing this with a spread as big as this, but I'm going to take the under of this game as well, under 47.5. I just don't see Illinois scoring enough. I think Penn State's going to come out rocking. They're going to make a statement. They struggled against Bowling Green, so they're going to want to come out here and just beat the ever-living shit out of somebody. And what a better way to do it than your first Big Ten game of the year at home, night out. White out at the night out.
Why don't you get some units back and take the under team total, Illinois?
I got to get out of this shanty. I can't be doing that.
Good way to do it, man.
The last 4 games, Penn State has covered the spread. Spreads have been minus 28. Sorry, 3 out of the last 4, I should say, have been minus 28, minus 15.5, minus 14. Penn State has covered all of them. The one they didn't cover, October 23rd, 2021, Illinois was plus 24. Does anybody know what happened that day?
I kind of remember an Illinois celebration.
9 overtimes. Illinois won the game 20-18.
Oh, that was the first 2-point shutout game. 2-point shootout game.
Stunned the number 7th ranked Nittany Lions.
What do you think our boy
in Happy Valley,
Tyler?
In Happy Valley. That being said, I don't think they're going to win the game. I think you're going to see a typical old school Wisconsin style Red Bielema attack on the offensive side of the ball. It's going to be turn around, hand the ball off, turn around, hand the ball off, turn around, hand the ball off, let our big uglies get after it. So I will take Illinois plus 19 because that spread is massive. If Brett's going to just trim the clock as much as possible. And the under of 47.5 because we just talked about it. The way the clock moves now in this game, if Illinois has 3 or 4 drives that they can sustain, even if they just pick up a field goal or miss on a 4th down deep in Penn State's territory, it's just more time to keep the coverage for them going in the under. So give me plus 19 and then the under of 47.5. Not touching it. But if you want to sprinkle a little on that money line, it's just a nice number at 700. Like it's a nice number at 700. For a ranked team. That if Illinois wasn't ranked,
they wouldn't be ranked if they got lucky last week.
Well, Raiola sucks. Maybe he should stop being Patrick Mahomes wannabe.
Raiola, more like Aaron.
What about then his brother? His brothers. This story just gets crazier and crazier. Sorry to get off the Illinois thing, but
hold on. So you're saying, a Patrick Mahomes wannabe has a brother that's also psycho, like Jackson Mahomes?
And they said he kind of looks like Jackson Mahomes too.
He does. Yeah. He does. It's a fucking shit show with this.
I'm surprised they're not dating somebody that's, a wannabe pop star here down the road soon.
It's a fucking joke. I don't know. It's embarrassing to me, but Trout, I agree with you. I think Illinois, that slow tempo, they're gonna keep it slow, and like you said.
So that's why you took the over in the game?
I got the under.
No, you said the over 47.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me check my notes. I got the over. But I do think that tempo is going to hurt.
Hey, that away, Rico Bosco.
But I think the Penn State offense is going to balance off that slow tempo from Illinois. Because all they do is they'll chuck it 50 yards to be a touchdown, 10 seconds off the clock. Illinois will eat.
I don't think so.
Minutes,
you got to remember. Illinois has got 2 very good corners again this year. They play a lot of just man-to-man because of that.
Yeah. I don't know. They give up good plays. They get turnovers. I've seen. I don't know. Call me crazy. I kind of fucked up on that, but I still like the over. My original pick was good. Should have just shut up there.
All right, we're going to head down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. College Game Day will be there as the number 2 Bulldogs of Georgia take on the 4th-ranked Crimson Tide. 6:30 ABC. Man, before we get to it, you know what this gives me vibes of? This game gives me vibes of, what was it, about 10 years ago when we had 3 straight games of the century between LSU and Alabama.
Yeah.
That's what this gives me vibes of. Games of the century type of stuff. If anybody remembers what happens, maybe that's giving away too much information for down the line. Tyler, you're up.
Yeah. Let me throw some stats here, you guys, okay? Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Go ahead.
Kirby Smart, off a bye at Georgia, is 16-2 straight up. Georgia's averaging 36.4 points per game, giving up 19, which is fantastic. Another thing that I'm concerned about is just the quality of opponent that Alabama has played. They're scoring a lot of points, but just these are the teams they face in their defensive points per game ranking. They faced Wisconsin, ranked 69th in points against. They faced UCF, 104th, and they faced Western Kentucky, 85th. Georgia's only surrendered 2 sacks this year. Alabama surrendered 6. I think it's going to be a really tight game, but I just can't get over getting points at home with Alabama here. So give me Bama +2 in this game. I think it's going to be low scoring too, so I'll take the under as well, under 48.5. I think it's going to be tight. I could see this being like 24-20 Alabama.
Adam.
Hey, will you give me, because I kind of got confused when Tyler said that line. What's the line in this game, the spread and the total?
Georgia -2.5 on the road, over under 48.5.
Tyler, you said
Alabama,
plus? All right.
Alabama +110.
Another stat that I didn't share that goes against my pick. Since 2017, Georgia has failed to score more than 20 points in a game 8 times, okay? In those next 8 games they played, they're 7-1 and they're averaging 37 points a game.
Well, I had a lot of the same notes, especially the teams coming off a bye. I really think that helps defense prepare. Bama hasn't really been tested. The line hasn't been tested. Can we trust Jalen Milroe? On the flip side, I saw rumors that Georgia's wide receiver, maybe their better wide receiver, maybe their best wide receiver has mono. That's always crazy. If you ever had a teammate with mono, that always goes around the locker room. There are always funny stories about mono guys. But for me,
what are those funny stories? They're kissing each other or something?
Must be a lacrosse thing. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys playing console hockey together?
No, you've never made fun of your teammates for having mono? I think it's kind of funny. All right, never mind. No. I guess not. Yeah, we have. Anyways, the kids got mono. I think it's kind of funny to get mono in college, but whatever. Anyways, I think that to start, both teams are going to be trying to feel each other out. Expect some mistakes early.
First, you're talking about kissing each other and then feeling each other out.
I was just going to say that.
All right. Come on, guys. Keep it to football, all right? This is a football podcast. I do think Bama at home has some value. It's just hard to bet against Alabama. But I am going to not take a spread, not take a team. I'm just going to take the under. Defenses with the week to prepare. Defenses will be ready. Stops. Give me the under.
Okay. So referencing back, that span of where we had, was it 5 separate games of the century between LSU and Alabama at the time. Those games of the century were 3-2 in Alabama's favor over LSU. 2009, 24-15 Tuscaloosa. 2010, 21-24 in Baton Rouge. Then the one that I think everybody remembers, in Tuscaloosa, LSU won 9-6. They later met in the championship game that same year. And New Orleans and Bama won 21-0. And then again in Baton Rouge, 21-17, Alabama won. So if you think about that, not one time did 45 points hit, let alone 48 points. And like I said, this gives me those feels. So I will take the under 48.5. And I think just somehow, because it's the way it happens with Alabama, they lose the regular season matchup to these teams and then get them when it matters. I'll take Aga -2. They might win by a field goal, last second field goal to win it. So if it's -3, I might go the other way. -2, I'll take Georgia. So Georgia -2 and under 48.5.
Can I ask you guys a quick question on this? Do you feel like this game in previous years would have a lot more hype and craze around it, but with the expanded playoffs, do you think it loses a little bit of luster, figuring that the losing team really isn't punished that much?
No.
I think it loses luster a little bit because Saban isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
If it's Nick Saban, Kirby Smart again, I don't think you notice. But it's Kalen DeBoer. It's not the same. And I also think it actually adds a little bit, because as of right now, the winner of this game has the upper hand to play Texas probably in the SEC title game now that they got rid of divisions.
Yeah. I just feel like either way, win or lose, these two teams are going to be in the playoffs.
I think that's just college football in general right now.
I know.
You ask the same question if we're sitting here we're going into October 25th week and both of them have one loss already.
Yeah.
Then how big is it? Because you can't afford that second one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it just loses a little bit because it's not Nick Saban. But I think it gains a little bit because they don't have divisions anymore, and the winner, like I said, has the upper hand to see who at this point plays Texas in the SEC title game.
I feel like if this game was maybe a month later, even a few weeks later, maybe, I don't know.
I think that's the other thing is we're still in September, so it feels kind of weird that it's this. It could be this massive of a game in conference in September. Right. This is usually SEC, mid-October type of stuff.
Yeah, maybe this is the game you look back in a few months or a few weeks, few months, whatever. And you're like, man, that was a big game. But right now, I just feel like, even like you said, Trout, if Bama loses, they got a chance to get them right back. So I don't know, just a thought.
So I'm gonna have to ask, who in the SEC offices did Georgia piss off to deserve this schedule that they have to play? They've still
got the team that you're asking about. Who pissed into somebody's Cheerios?
Yeah.
Do you see Florida's? Do you see Oklahoma's?
This is worse. Georgia's is worse than Florida's.
You think?
Yeah. They got to go at Alabama. They've got to play at Texas. They've got to play at Ole Miss, and they still have to play Tennessee.
That's tough, man. Give us Florida's.
You think that's worse than?
Yeah, it's way worse.
You think that's worse than home against Miami, home against Texas A&M? I mean, at Mississippi State, at Tennessee, versus Georgia, at Texas, home against LSU, home against Ole Miss, and then this has no longer looked as daunting at Florida State.
Georgia's is worse. Georgia has to play.
If Georgia had a home game in there, mixed in there, but Tyler, you said those are all road games?
They've got one of them at home against Tennessee. They've got to play.
Yeah.
One.
Well, they probably says at
Two.
Florida, but it's Jacksonville.
I'm not even counting that one.
Oh.
They got to play 1, 2, 3. 3 games on the road against top 6 teams, and they got to play Tennessee at home.
I still think Oklahoma's is worse. Home against Tennessee, then you got Texas, at Ole Miss, at Missouri, Alabama comes to town, at Death Valley, LSU to end it.
That's tough, yeah. Well, at least we can get on to one thing, and that's what the people are all talking about.
But hold on, because you brought this up. Can you imagine the rivalry with Oklahoma, Texas, and you being an OU fan and being like, oh, our welcome to the SEC game was Tennessee, and Texas gets Mississippi State as their first SEC game?
Favored by 40.
Like,
some roads are easier than others.
Tell me they wanted that Dallas market without telling me they wanted that Dallas market.
They got it.
Got the whole state of Texas.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, start us off with your lock for the Mama's Combo. Presented by Mama Campese's on the Hill.
Shout out, Mamas, love it. My lock
Get yourself
is
a chicken
actually
parm.
Yeah.
Hats coming soon.
Hats coming soon. Look out for your hats.
I might be wearing some new apparel on the podcast
this week is actually something we reference on the SEC, but we're going to flip over to the Big Ten. The Washington Huskies' first Big Ten matchup, all the way across New Jersey, playing Rutgers. Rutgers is a decent team, and I don't think Washington's ready for Big Ten football yet. It's going to be tough. Rutgers favored by 2.5. You know I like the hook. They're going to win by a field goal. My lock is Rutgers minus 2.5. Welcome to the Big Ten, Washington.
On a Friday night in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Friday night, folks. Get you an early one.
Interesting.
Tyler.
This could be one of the ugliest bets of the week, probably, that I'll make. I'm really, really scared of it, but it just keeps screaming at me. And I can't get over Northern Illinois last week. Just going out and shit in the bed. And now they got to go on the road and play another big school. And that's an NC State -6. I think the Wolfpack can get back here, okay? Came into the season, they had a ranked matchup, got their doors blown up by Tennessee. I think the boys can get back here. So give me NC State -6. I think they're going to put it on Northern Illinois. Lock it in. Get out your keys.
I'm gonna head to.
Come on.
And lock it up.
All right, Stroud, you're due. Come on, guy. Come on.
I'm gonna head to a Big 12 game. This team, we said it before, and I'm gonna keep repeating it. They suck.
Okay.
They suck. They're 0-4 against the spread.
Don't do what I think you're
And
going to
they're
do.
1-3 outright against teams. And somehow they're favored at home. So I will take the TCU Forn. Oh.
Mark it down. Mark it down.
Yeah. So I will take the TCU Forn.
Mark it down. Mark it down. Mark it down. Mark it down.
Forn
keep
Hogs.
this in. Keep this in. You keep this in.
I'll take
Holy shit.
I'll take the
better stay
TCU
in.
Forn Hogs, baby.
Forn hard.
How can I not say that?
You better keep this in.
Keep this
You
in.
better keep this in.
I will take the TCU Horned Frogs
There it is.
+2 on the road at Kansas.
All right.
Put
I like that.
So
Everybody put the frogs up.
So for the Mama's parlay, we got Rutgers -2.5 at home against Washington. NC State -6 at home against Northern Illinois. TCU on the road +2 at Kansas. Thought about just doing the over in the game, but
Did you count Michigan? The listener of the week?
Oh, yeah. And then we got the listener of the week.
Kyle Leslie's listener of the week pick.
Kyle's going to cost us because Minnesota's going to keep it within the 9.5.
No, I think
this is our. I do think, and this could come back to haunt us, but I like this. That is my favorite of all of them. So,
which one?
Take that right this week, right here. Our 4 locks have all been my favorite so far. So we'll see.
All right.
Adam, best bet on the card that is left.
I'm still waiting on one of the Minutemen to reach out to me. I know I've been talking about UMass every single pod, but they continue to suck, and I'm going to continue to hammer them. We are UMass is going out to Miami, and not that Miami, Ohio, and playing Blaine Gabbard's little brother.
Brett.
Brett, yeah, you knew it. Brett Gabbert. He's the quarterback of Miami.
He's a 6-year guy.
6 years. I mean, this is great. 17.5 point favorite. My what are we calling this? Not my lock, but a great bet.
Just your best, your best bet.
Best bet. All my bets are best, but this one's another best. Miami -17.5. I'm waiting for somebody in that, some Minuteman. Come talk me off the ledge. Let's go. Pick it up. Pick up your shit, UMass.
All right, Tyler.
This team I'm picking against is 0-4 against the spread. They're also playing
against.
They're
picking against TCU.
No, they're also. They're also playing against probably 2 of the best quarterback, running back name duos in the entire country. Quarterback name, Gio Lopez. Great name. That's a great name.
Great name.
Running back's name, Fluff Bothwell. He's the son of Les Hands and Tommy Bothwell. Running back and quarterback duo of South Alabama, the Jaguars. They go into Death Valley, and they cover the 22.5. And don't be surprised if LSU is 2-2 heading into their matchup. Wait, are they 3-1 now?
They're 3-1.
3-2 heading into their matchup against Ole Miss. I might have some.
We do a lot of research on this podcast, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Hey, Gio Lopez, he's thrown for close to 900 yards.
Yeah,
Kid can sling the rock. 843 yards throwing. 9 TDs on the young season.
That's a tough matchup for the Tigers.
How big of a hit is your linebacker?
Perk,
down.
It sucks. It sucks. It
was obviously big enough. I texted, he never answered. He was depressed.
Yeah, I was a little sad. He had I forgot to text you back, by the way. I apologize for that. He's been awful this year. He's been awful this year, but I do think teams have to game plan around him though, which is different. So I'm going to be interested to see what they do. This is a tough matchup for. I mean, South Alabama, they can move the ball. Fluff Bothwell is a damn good running back. So, I mean, I think he had let's see, what did he go for last week? 14 for 116 yards against App State. Against Northwestern State, ran the ball 7 times for 143. He's ran the ball 37 times this year for 359 yards.
They also put up an 87 spot against this Northwest State, whoever the fuck they are.
Yeah, the only issue is they did lose to North Texas and Ohio. But
Dirty bunch,
outside of that, this could be an over game too. This defense is fucking awful. They gave up 52 to North Texas. They gave up. Okay, never mind. Cut that out. They haven't been giving up that much points.
We're just doing research on the fly, baby. Right on the edges of our seat.
Okay, so Northwestern, the last 2 games, they've outscored their teams. What's 80? They outscored Northwestern State 87-10, and they beat App State 48-14 as 7-point underdogs last week. Fluff Bothwell, man, hell of a name. He'll be playing for Ole Miss next year, I bet. Big old NIL deal coming for old Fluff, the old Fluff ball.
Man, I thought you were going to go with best quarterback name in the country. Belongs to Louisiana Monroe quarterback.
General Booty?
General Booty.
Yeah, no. Fluff Bothwell and Gio Lopez. Gio Lopez sounds like a porn star name. He's been
Big
laying
hog.
some pipe. Been laying some pipe on the hub.
Nice hog.
Hey, whatever gets them going, right? So I'm gonna head to Memphis, Tennessee, for 6 p.m. kickoff on ESPNU. As Middle Tennessee State travels to take on the Tigers. Tigers, well within striking distance of the G5 spot. They already upset Florida State. That doesn't look as good anymore. But but my bet is going to be, we got to wait for it to come out, over team total for Memphis. They have the longest active streak in the FBS with 32 straight games of 20-plus points scored. Last week I bet 29.5 over. It hit, even in a loss to Navy. So give me
Interesting.
Memphis team total over.
I was on Navy last week. Good bet, Tyler.
I know you both were.
Tough spot.
I'm looking right now. I heard on the podcast.
Nothing worse than coming off a big win than having the triple option rammed down your throat for 60 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
Better be ready. But anyway, good stuff.
I'm looking at a quick parlay. Service Academy parlays. Army minus 12.5, Navy minus 3.5, Air Force minus 4. $100 win $600.
You're adding that to the card? Academy
Service
parlay?
Academies.
Is this gonna be a Mikey
Navy,
parlay?
Air
Is
Force.
this gonna be a Mikey style parlay?
Kind of like that.
They all lose. But
So let's see. Let's see. That game is it's -9 now for Michigan.
Yep.
But the Mama's parlay, if I can find the last game. What's the last game we talked about for it?
NC State -6, Michigan
TCU.
-9.
Yeah. So parlay for the Mama's parlay, a single parlay, betting $100 wins you $1,100.
Let's go. That's a lot of
That's enough to get the boys back. That's enough to get me my units back.
That
I need to move back to my house.
We should get a
Sprinkle
little MTV cribs of the of your new place, your new setup.
I would, but all I have enough room is I stand up, turn around, I see cigarette stained walls. Turn around the other way, see another cigarette stained wall. You turn around, you see this green couch full of cum.
he's floating inside the couch. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
That's how small it is.
Yeah. It's going to be a rough night's sleep. It's been tough this weekend. But, just got to get back. My first over 500 weeks upcoming, and I'll be back home, sleeping on the couch until I get to over 500 on my unit for the year.
Let's get it.
All right, guys.
All
that
right.
wraps up this one. Week 4, week 5.
Week 5.
Week 5
of the college football.
Hey, week
season.
5, big number
Podcast
5.
number 6.
Oh, that's good vibes.
Shout out, big number 5.
Number
Big
5. In
Big
week
number
5, the listener of the weekend is locked. Let's go. Lock
Let's
it up,
do
boys.
it.
Let's go.
That wraps up episode 6 of the Sports Divided College Pick'em podcast presented by Mama's on the hill.
Check us out on YouTube.
See
Like
you
and
guys.
subscribe.
Like and
Like
subscribe.
and subscribe. We need a Stu Finder style.